You flinch, you laugh, you cover your eyes, and then you keep watching. That pounding you feel in your heart when you hold your breath, it's fun. Hi boo, it's me, your medium bestie, the Death Fairy, certified death doula, and your spirit guide to the other side. Ding! Tonight we're talking about scary movies. Ooh. Halloween energy, and why a good fright doesn't make you spiritually open to anything harmful. If anything, it helps you get braver about the unknown. If you're that girl with crystals on your desk, tarot right next to your bed, and you have a guilty pleasure for spooky season, this is for you. Halloween is the one time a year we get permission to talk about death, spirits, and stuff that we're told is too dark. Let's lean into that together. Think of the last time you went on a roller coaster. You didn't go because you wanted safety. You went because you wanted that thrill. The thrill of the ride, the falling down sensation, the not knowing where you're going to end up next. That is so fun. And it's the same with scary movies. I like to equate watching a scary movie like going on a roller coaster. You already know it's scary. That's why you're going to watch it. That's essentially what you're paying for when you get a movie ticket for the scary movie. So you're going to get scared to have fun, because being scared has different scenarios. One is being scared when you are anticipating it and it feels safe to be scared. Another is literally like someone surprising you or popping out of nowhere. That's something you probably don't want all the time. But to feel that sensation of your adrenaline spiking and you being like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? That's fun. You're anticipating it. My go-to nostalgia favorite scary movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. There's something about Freddy Krueger being the worst scary movie bad guy ever, right? He is just really scary. I don't need to tell you why. What he did in his human form, what the angry parents did to him, and how he continues to torment the town to take revenge on everyone who essentially made him the scary spirit that he is. I guess you can call the Nightmare on Elm Street slasher, but the 80s feeling, the nostalgic music, the same as like, I love the campiness, the spookiness, the retro music, the outfits that they're wearing. I was born in 83, so for me that's kind of super nostalgic. It reminds me of my childhood. Plus there's Johnny Depp and this giant bloodbath. It's a little silly, but it's very cynical. I feel like Freddy Krueger himself, he is probably the scariest bad guy, monster in any scary movie. I will argue that. I mean, he gets you in your dreams, so you're not safe. The poor kids had to be on speed and coffee to get away from him, and even that didn't work. There's a difference between sitting in a theater with popcorn and enjoying a scary movie, knowing that it's a scary movie, and literally being trapped in a scary situation. Your feeling is very different. When you're anticipating something spooky or fearful, like a roller coaster or a scary movie, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, it's gonna happen like this. Like the energy kind of goes up. When you're literally in a horrible situation, the energy sinks. So there's a distinct difference just energetically. When you anticipate the fear, it kind of builds your resistance. It kind of gives you a little oomph and a little flutter in your tummy. When you're in a really horrible, awful, bad situation, it drains your energy. So just noticing those differences. There is a big misconception out there that scary movies attract negative entities. I see it all the time. Oh my God. TikTok, y'all, that's some dangerous, that's like the Wild West of misconceptions. They tell you everything. First of all, everyone and their mom is a medium. You got these people who don't do the energy work. They just maybe took a class over the weekend, or they read a book and now they're an expert and they tell you stuff and it's not true, or it's only from their perspective. People speak from what they know. I am someone who's such a rebel. When I go to learn about energetics, when I study energy, I study from so many teachers, and once I sniff cult, I'm like out, or guru, I'm like, nope, this is not for me. So I've studied with many teachers, and I have understood that it's all by my energy. What I teach is only a perspective, so I really encourage you to explore. If you don't explore and you just take people's words, you're in danger. In any situation, that is horrible. You need to understand who you are, what you feel, how this situation feels, and whether or not it's good for you. Same goes for scary movies. If you really believe that scary movies are dangerous, it's a no-go, you can't watch it, then yes, it's probably not good for you. But think about, why do you feel that? Were you told they were scary? Were you raised with this misconception? Maybe everyone's telling you it's dangerous. I grew up Catholic, so yes, I was raised with this misconception from a very, very young age. I am told there are demons, there are devils, you will go to hell if you ever let them in. And something like The Exorcist, that movie from the 70s, had such a strong stigma. I've been told from a young age, don't watch The Exorcist, it's the worst movie you could ever watch. Your soul will be in danger. My mom has this horrible memory. She went to go watch The Exorcist when she was a little girl. It traumatized her and it gave her nightmares. So she would tell me, don't watch The Exorcist, don't watch The Exorcist, it's the scariest movie, blah, blah, blah. And of course, you tell a kid, don't watch The Exorcist, what is the kid going to do? They're going to watch The Exorcist. So what did I do? I watched it and I was like, huh? This is scary? It didn't register for me. I didn't think it was scary at all. I knew that they were acting. I knew that was makeup. The fact that she's throwing up pea soup was hilarious for me. She's levitating. I mean, granted, now that I watch it as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's a really inappropriate movie for a kid. I get it. I mean, there's some stuff in there that I would not want my kids watching. That being said, it wasn't this like horrible, soul-stealing experience for me. I was just like, that's it? Freddy Krueger is way scarier for me than The Exorcist was. Actually, fun fact, the movie that I remember that gave me nightmares was Misery. Out of all the scary movies, Ann Wilkes coming at me with a sledgehammer to try to break my legs, that scared the crap out of me. It didn't do it. Chucky didn't do it. Freddy Krueger or Jason didn't do it. Myers, not really. But Ann Wilkes. Stephen King is one of my favorite authors, and I love how he tells stories. I have to get into it with you another time, but yeah. Misery. That one scared me as a little kid. These lower vibrational entities who are looking to snack on somebody, they're not going to attach to you because you watched a scary movie. They're going to attach to your energy. If you are vibrating despair, you just give up on life. If you just are like, whatever, I don't care what happens to me, they will attach to that. A perfect scenario, in Interview with the Vampire, the movie, the one with Brad Pitt, there is a scene when he's still human and he just does not care what happens to him. He's gambling and cheating and like, shoot me. He doesn't care. He has literally given up on his life. And who accepts his invitation of death? A vampire. That is how spirit attachments work. When you don't care, they swoop in. They're like, yeah, that's a yummy snack. They're not going to swoop in if you watch a scary movie. Don't listen to those people. Or if you listen to heavy metal music, oh my gosh. That's so silly. Another fun scary movie that I really love is Scream. It came out at the right time for me. I believe I was 10 or so. And that movie was just so smart at the time. It took scary movies and it worked it into the movie and really told the story of people who love scary movies, which was me at the time and still is, and how a character in a scary movie works. It's such a clever movie. And I really think if we watch movies like that, that's a really good learning lesson. We are watching knowing that there are characters going through scary situations, and in your mind as you're watching, you're Scooby-Dooing all of that. You're like, what would I do if I was in that situation? Don't go up the stairs, right? Put on your shoes. Don't, turn off the light if the demon comes when the light is off. Don't turn it off. Like, why would you do stupid stuff like that? So we are constantly thinking like, hey, if I was in that situation, this is what I would do. So I feel like in a way, scary movies kind of train us to not be so scared. And what would we do in that situation? And it's so much fun to watch with a lot of people. And then you talk about it like, oh my God, that character's so stupid. Why did they do that? Or on the flip side, oh, that was really clever. I would never have thought of that, right? Oh, nice. They used that kind of a weapon. That's cool. Think of it like shadow work, literally. We have our shadow or our darker side, or the side that we kind of hide. We can run away from that, hide that. I mean, social media is full of that, right? We pretend to be people that we're not all the time on social media. That's just how we communicate now, which is kind of sad. That being said, with that shadow work, let's use scary movies as our shadow. We can confront that shadow and be like, hey, you have no power over me. Just like the girl in the labyrinth. You have no power over me. Literally, it doesn't have any power over you. It's a fun time. We are watching art. Some person created this beautiful, crazy story and made it come to life, and we're watching that. We're watching somebody's art, somebody's story. And the same goes if you read a scary book. When you sit with fear in a safe place, you practice exploring the unknown. And that's exactly what Spirit Connection asks you to do. You are Dora the Explorer. Your body is your map, and you are going on adventures to Abuelita's house, Abuelito's house, Tio's house, Tia's house, all of our spirit loved ones in spirit. That's what we're doing. To practice this, notice the cues your body gives you. In the moment, in a really tense moment, notice how your body contracts. You know, oh my gosh, this is not good. This is like getting me really nervous, right? Your body just gets really tense and contracts. And when everything's okay, the hero made it through, or the heroine, whatever, you relax. That is how your body reacts to a tense situation. So when you're going about your day, when you start to clench up like that, notice. Let your spidey sense tingle. Hey, why am I clenching up? Then you can start to think something around me is getting me nervous, or is a red flag, or is really turning on my alarm system. It could be a person, maybe their energy is just really funky. It can be your intuition, your spirit guides telling you, hey, don't be here. Maybe we should go forward, don't go, whatever. Just notice how your body reacts. You can also take this internally and kind of say, what does this mean for me? It's a little harder. The more you practice it, the better you get. But you get a physical reaction. You can kind of concentrate on your solar plexus, your tummy area here, and then see how it feels from there. That's how you translate energy. I can teach you more about it in my school, Spirit Communication Made Easy. Link down below. Back to scary movies. Scary movies are a fun teenage ritual. People get together to watch scary movies together, to eat together, to have popcorn or snacks together, to talk about it together. And there's so much beauty and fun in that. It's a beautiful way to socialize while communicating with each other, like what's happening, what you wish would happen, all of that stuff. It's really fun. So think about watching scary movies as kind of your own growing up ritual. And if you're watching it like in your 40s like me, we're still growing. So that totally counts. I totally miss going over to my friend's house, sleepover, pizza, watching a scary movie, sleeping, feeling all nervous, like, ooh, the lights are off. What if there are ghosts around here? You know, things like that. Ghosts are supposed to be scary. Think about it. You died. You don't have a body anymore, but you choose to stay here. What are you going to do? You are going to go scare people. Why? Because it's fun. Who can blame you? Anyone would want to do it at least once. Spook up on somebody, like, boo. Go to the bathroom, they're showering, and you're just like sneaking up, and you're going to go, woo. I mean, do you blame the ghost? Not really. When we know that ghosts are supposed to be scary, it takes the fear away so much easier. And I'm that person that always would tell my kids, it's like, ghosts are just like people, but they don't have a body, so they can't do anything to you physically, right? People can do something to you, so if you're going to be scared of something, I think people are a lot scarier than a ghost. Think in your punk rock way. When you watch a scary movie, empower yourself. Think, yeah, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to be scared. It's going to be fun. We're all going to have a good time. Notice how that energy is just fun, rebellious. It's strong, it's passionate, rather than, oh my God, I'm scared to watch this. What's gonna happen? Am I gonna attract something? Oh no. Sounds so low. You're like going Eeyore. Don't go Eeyore, let's go Tigger. Bring that energy up. When you start to be exploring the unknown, really strengthens your resilience to the spirit world, which is the unknown. Fear, little bits like watching scary movies here and there, can really build that up, because then you are less scared of things. It's really hard to scare me. I'm constantly looking for a movie that could scare me. I haven't yet, other than Misery and like Nightmare on Elm Street, I think is scary, but it doesn't give me nightmares or anything like that. I'm really grateful for myself for, continuing to watch these like spooky, scary movies and just kind of laughing at them. I especially love ones with haunted houses because it's so silly. Demon possession ones I don't like. They're so boring for me. I'm like, again, everything's a demon. Remember back when they used to have those TV shows with the ghost hunters? That used to piss me off so much because they're so mean. They go into a haunted house, they start yelling at entities. Like, how rude. If I was haunting a space and someone started yelling at me, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, go away. Also, when people use those audio recorders to capture their voice, okay, don't get me started. Have fun with it and know that you having a good time is so strong vibrationally, nothing negative can come to you. Honestly, when you are exploring spirit for the very first time, it is scary. And it is like watching a scary movie. You don't know what's going to happen. When you are, let's say, horrible example, but when you're using a Ouija board, you know, because you watch me, that you are going to ground, you are going to ask for your loved ones to come in, and you're only going to connect to good, to love, okay? No, none of that like, who is there? Because everyone's there. You don't want everyone to come in. You want loved ones to come in, people who have your best intentions at heart to come in. Otherwise, you're going to get a bunch of attachments that you don't need. They're just going to drag you down. No, don't do that. But, when you start to connect with spirit for the first time, it can be scary, and that's okay. Anything unknown is scary. We are constantly around unknown things, and at first we're like, oh no, what's that? But then once we get used to it, it's not scary anymore. I don't want you to be scared of scary movies because somebody said you're going to get a negative attachment. That's not true. Shame on them for spreading fear. Put yourself in the perspective of the person spreading that fear. It must suck to be them. So what? So they can't watch a scary movie. They can't eat carbs. They can't go into this certain space without getting scared. They can't, think of all the blocks that they're putting in their path, starting with scary movies, right? Don't put yourself in the corner. Open up doorways. There is so many positive experiences you can have if you open yourself up to that. And it is all in your perspective and in your energy. If you open yourself up to love, to growth, to expansion, to opportunities, to having fun, your vibration's just soaring, rather than if you open yourself up to uncertainties, a little bit of nervousness, like I shouldn't be doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you feel the difference in that just by me speaking about it? You have been told from so many people, religion, well-meaning parents and friends, TV, media, that connecting to spirit is dangerous, is scary, it's evil. It's all of the above. It's not true. It's not true. We have been doing it all of our lives, and we still do it unconsciously. And what is scary about your loved one that you love so much, and just because they don't have a body anymore, they're gone? No. How? So it's gonna suck to die. No wonder everyone's scared of death. You're just like, oh great, I'm just gonna disappear, or I'm gonna go into the dirt and worms are gonna eat me. Not even. There's no more space for anyone anymore. So we're just going to be piles of bodies or burnt up. When you think of it that way, it's not fun. Your spirit detaches. You don't need the body. The body is just a fun, squishy thing that you have right now. Enjoy it. Enjoy your body while you have it. Let your spirit go later to the spirit world with all the other spirits. If you want to turn this curiosity into confidence, join my school membership. It's absolutely free. Spirit Connection Made Easy. I am here to help you connect the spirit for free, easily. I have a 7-day Spirit Connection challenge that is so quick and easy. Every day, just a few minutes a day. You just build on this small little exercise that I give you, and bam, you can get your spirit guide's name, a message for you, and loved ones contacting you. Come follow me. Link is down below. I got you, boo. I'm gonna guide you through this. No fear, all fun. Every day can be Dia de los Muertos. Scary movies can be fun and healing, just like Spirit Connection can be too. Subscribe if you'd like this, and let's make Spirit Connection normal again. Spirit is calling. Will you answer the call?